We're happy to have you here today for our first small business and policy event.
To me, it's just
It was a great event. We had the Township Supervisor, Mike McCready, here, along with his former colleague in the state legislature, David Kniezek. And they had an opportunity to talk about how to get in touch with your, both local and state elected officials for small businesses, because we know small businesses often don't know the best way to navigate through their local and state government.
These are usually like your mom and pop shops that are looking to make connections and how to get a hold of people, and maybe legislators or your local officials. Our advice to them, as you heard today, was really go to the staff, get appointments with them either in their office or in the district, or attend their coffee hours. We always make ourselves accessible. When I was in the legislature, we held open office hours, usually in the district, or what David referred to as like coffee hours. As a supervisor, we have our regular meeting to come and discuss. Come to our meetings, we open it up first thing for public comment, whatever you want to talk about, and that usually tells us a little bit more about what's going on in our community that we may not be aware of or on top of.
Make sure you're building a relationship with your elected officials, whether it's local, state, congressional. They want to see you and they want to hear from you. Along those same lines is you must be present to win. You can send an email and a phone call into your state legislator, but it's most important to make that personal connection, whether they're having a coffee hour or you call their office and ask them to set up a meeting. The last thing they need from you is another online petition. As one of our panelists said, it takes 3 seconds to send and it also takes 3 seconds to delete. So the more time you invest into this relationship, the better off you're going to be.
cracks. When you got them face to face at that coffee hour, they got nowhere to run to.
We have the Birmingham Bloomfield Chamber. I highly encourage you to attend an event and look at joining it, because you're going to meet other small business and some medium-sized connections, but also you're going to see legislators there, trustees or city commissioner, council members, and every once in a while a U.S. congressperson or senator is going to stop in, and that gives you that chance to be there to meet them and start to network with them.
Our chamber, we do a monthly networking coffee. We're very pleased that Supervisor McCready, he comes to our coffees on a regular basis and does a great job of listening to people who are there that have issues with the township. Advocacy has always been an important component of a Chamber of Commerce. We're constantly talking to our elected officials about issues that provide pain points for our small businesses. If you have a problem, you have an issue that you haven't been able to resolve or get in touch with one of your local elected officials, the chamber can be that introduction for you, can be that bridge.
Your local elected official doesn't know the problems you're facing until you talk to them. And the Michigan Legislature website also has every single bill that's been introduced, every single bill that the legislature is currently debating. So you can actually read what the legislature is looking at, both the actual bill as well as nonpartisan analysis. So waiting until after the bill has passed or the ordinance is passed and then having a problem or a complaint with it, that doesn't do anyone any good. It's important to make sure you know what the issues are that matter to you and communicate those to legislators, local officials, before it becomes a piece of public policy.
I heard someone talk about some funding cuts that are occurring, and you have to remember that your representative's there to stand up for your position or your needs or your group needs, and get a hold of those representatives or senators and get a hold of their staff and let them know that we don't accept these changes, and let them go to work on your behalf.
How do you begin to know what committees to be on?
Right now, we're hearing about a few issues in our communities. Potholes are number one. Some of the other issues I hear about are water and sewer rates. These are big issues in our community that we have to address and try and find a way to control these costs. In-house, we have an old township hall, and we have a police department that doesn't fit our current demand. And then we also have an old dilapidated fire station that needs to be replaced. This costs money. And how do you do that? Do you remodel, or do you tear it down and rebuild? And those are some of the discussions we're having today.